it's time for the Raleigh Road Show.
Welcome everybody again to another episode of the Raleigh Road Show, and today we have another fine local band here, Rockzilla, which the name speaks for itself, no explanation needed. So I'd like to start off, and we'll go around and have everybody give your name, what you play, where you're from, all that good stuff. So.
Nico, one of our two guitar players. I live in Cary.
Hey, I'm Tom. I live in Raleigh from the coast of North Carolina, but I sing. And I'm Jason, the lowly bass player. I have to drive all the way from Fayetteville for this. So it's all good.
My name's Wynn. I'm from Raleigh and I play drums.
I'm Jay from Raleigh, play guitar.
So, one of the first things I'd like to say is the first time I saw these guys at a venue in Raleigh, and I can say that I was very impressed with not just the band, but this gentleman right here knew that his father had passed away, and yet still soldiered on, and I give full and utmost respect to that. And I think that from the Raleigh Rock Show to you, just all the best wishes with that. Sort of reminded, you went through and put on a great show. Being a Green Bay Packers fan reminded me of Brett Favre's wonderful night against the Oakland Raiders, where he threw for like 25,000 yards or something like that. So, but in any event, all honor for you, man. We like to also talk about musical influences. I'd read you guys' bio that I'd asked Miss Beverly to fill out for us, and one of the bands that I noticed is one of my favorites, Van Halen, and of course they're on tour right now, or supposed to be, and on and off, and those guys are just, you have to ask yourself what's going on with the Van Halen brothers and stuff. But I'm gonna pass the mic around as well and have you guys talk about some musical influences that you have, some of your favorites, maybe not so favorites, all those good things. So we'll start off with Mr. Nico.
Well, I'm into a lot of stuff, anything that's melodic, anything with a hook I like, but I grew up listening to 80s bands, a lot of Aerosmith, Def Leppard, Van Halen, those types of things. I actually have a Def Leppard license plate, so a little listen. But yeah, that's mostly what I listen to for the most part. And, I don't know how much I play like those guys, but fun. Where'd you see that fun?
Yeah, I grew up big Kiss fan, huge Kiss fan. About 5 or 6 years old, I have an older brother, he's 6 years older. So at their peak, about 1978, he was into them. So I was about 6 years old, 7 years old, somewhere around there. So that was my whole world was Kiss for a few years, nothing but Kiss. And then it was AC/DC and, Van Halen, big Van Halen fan. Loved all that stuff. But I was also into the new stuff that was coming in at the time, like the rap stuff. So Sugar Hill Gang. So I was probably the only 6-year-old white boy in America that knew all the words of Rapper's Delight, So, but all that stuff, all the hair band stuff that was coming up in the 80s, and then later Pantera and Alice in Chains and all that stuff, and then any pop music. I love pop music. Any if it's got a hook, I'm a sucker for a hook, man. Just got a good hook, I'm all about it. So a little bit of everything. Yeah, I guess like a lot of other people, I'm big into the headbang and stuff in the 80s, all Metallica and the Slayer and stuff.
But I remember my buddy Rick, he didn't listen to anything but LPs, and one day I went to his house, and he's like, you gotta check this out. He put me on some Neil Young. And I never really listened to Neil Young. I was like, wow, man, that's deep. And he turned me on to stuff like Steely Dan and Yes, and like King Crimson and progressive stuff. And I got really into that stuff as far as bass playing goes, and that just opened up a whole new horizon for me. And I'm really kind of deep into that stuff. You know?
I think the thing that did it for me was Rush moving pictures.
Yeah, man.
The live, the exit stage left live tracks, all that stuff. When I saw him play drums.
2112.
And then I fell in hard for like Aerosmith and Zeppelin. Zeppelin's my favorite, love bomb. But grew up listening to a lot of James Brown and funk, and just love everything to do with music. I really do. I love sound and recording, everything about it. It's just so much fun.
Yeah. Like time, my older brother left this blank tape. It was there like a year. I listened to it over and over and over again. Never who it was. It was actually Van Halen, Fair Warning. I was just like, I had to get a guitar, just learn. And that's pretty much the start. You know, Rush, you know, moving pictures. It's like the first tape I ever bought. And, you know, I just love music.
Yeah, I've actually gotten into a lot of the, I don't know what they classify it, the new progressive metal, Dream Theater, and some of those really guys that have buku talent, more than most people could wish for. But in any event, I'd like to, sort of a recurring theme, and we like to talk with our bands, you know, being a sort of I'm a country and rock guy. Those are my two favorites. But I enjoy, like you, Tom. I enjoy all types of music, and it's really good music is good music, no matter what label, that sort of thing. And that's, you know, we're going to be out there getting some other types of bands and stuff on the show too. So, but going back to my original point, the country songs from Paisley and name leaves me now, but start a band. Keith Urban and Brad Paisley, you know, say get out there and start a band. Well, that's a great start, but what a lot of people don't understand and don't know is that there's a lot of sacrifice and personal things that go along with what you guys do on a regular basis. A lot of family and friends things that you may miss or have to, you know, postpone, those sort of things. And I'd like for you guys to talk about that as well.
For me, I mean, I've been doing this for years, and you know, you do miss out on like family time and stuff. You put in a lot of time, but I think most of the time it's like what we do before the gigs. It's preparing the songs, lugging the gear, getting everything ready, maintenance. There's a lot involved behind the scenes. There's a lot of stuff that's there that's, you know, we have to work towards learning everything and putting it together, and that's just time. It's a lot of time.
Yeah, it really is. It's a big time commitment. I mean, it's you know, we get together almost every Tuesday. A lot of bands are 3 times a week, but we've been doing this for so long. We've all been in bands for years. We know what we have to do to get ready for rehearsal, so we use rehearsal as just that. Instead of, you know, we learn songs. If we're not learning songs, we don't even practice. We don't get together to practice anyway. But, you know, we have, like just in June, we have 8 gigs this month. So that's, you know, that's a lot of shows. So my weekends are tied up. Every Friday, Saturday night, I mean, pretty much, you know, through indefinitely are tied up. And, you know, you have family reunions and weddings, and Jason could tell you this. He and his wife just did a little dance around and around about how much time he's in the band. And, you know, and I understand because, you know, she's like, look, I want to go to the beach. and he doesn't want her going to the beach by herself. So we try to go. But she would. She would. Yeah. So we try to schedule. I know back in April, we actually had a weekend that one of us was going to be out of town. So I think almost everybody in the band went out of town that one weekend because it's such a commitment to do this. You see an opportunity, we all kind of take it. So.
Yeah, and a perfect example of that is actually last night when we were playing in downtown Raleigh. My nephew was graduating from high school, and I couldn't go, and I had to kind of like file in my wife to make the appearance for me. So I missed it, but I had to get sucked into going to the barbecue today. She got to sit at the house. But that's what it is. A lot of it is you play every Friday and Saturday night, and a lot of stuff people do is on the weekends. And you can't do it because you have a commitment to do this. But this is really bigger than like any one person that's in it to a certain extent.
I just want to say how much I really appreciate the opportunity to play with each and every one of you every weekend. Really, it's a lot of fun. I know that there's a couple of times where I might show my hindquarters a little, but every day's not perfect. But I really do enjoy the time we spend together playing music, and it does take a lot out of each and every one of us and the things that we're expected to do for our families. And I just appreciate the opportunity. I do.
Well, I remember when we first started Rockzilla, Jason, Tom, and I, and we was practicing 3 times a week, and it was just on and on, it's this commitment, and it just never stops. You just gotta keep working.
Hey, this is Wendy G with the Raleigh Road Show. We're out and about hanging out with our local musicians, and we're hanging out with an awesome band called Rockzilla and some of their fans. How are you guys doing tonight?
Great, thank you.
You're right. Yes. What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Beverly. I'm from Garner.
I'm Teresa from Chapel Hill.
Have you heard the band before?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know them or have you seen them often?
I work with the band, I have to say. And so I booked them around Raleigh-Durham area.
So they must be really good for you to work with the band.
Rockzilla is really good. They play 80s, 2000s, today's rock band.
What do you think about the band?
I think they're great. I've been to almost every show since October, except for maybe 4.
Really? That's awesome. So is there anything else that you have to add?
Just come and see them. We need to support Rockzilla. Nobody knows about them, but we're going to show them out there.
Have they been together for long?
Yes, they've been together for like 6 to 8 years, and today's band's been together for like a year to 2 years, and we're playing downtown Raleigh now. So just come on out and see them.
Well, come on out and check out Rockzilla. They're awesome. We thank you guys for taking the time to talk to us, and you can check us out on RTN10 or Facebook.com. Thanks, you guys.
Hey, man, what's your name?
What's going on? Troy.
Troy?
Yeah, man.
Hey, I'm Dan with the Raleigh Road Show. What do you think of the band tonight?
Those guys kick ass, man. That's why I came out tonight, just to see them.
Came out to see them?
Yeah, I saw them one time before a few weeks ago, and their sound's awesome. The music selection's great. Those guys rock.
They impressed you?
Hell yeah, they did.
Oh, so what do you do, Troy, by the way?
I'm a fireman.
A fireman?
Yep.
Locally?
City of Fayetteville.
Fayetteville?
Yep.
Well, that's got to be a tough job.
Sometimes.
Sometimes? You come up here to relax and
No, I live in the area. I drive back and forth, commute.
Commute?
So, yeah, so good night to get out and relax and chill out and see some good music, hear some good music. So it's fun, yeah.
It's fun?
So,
yeah, so you really like Rockzilla?
I do. Those guys are awesome. There's a lot of good bands around here, but those guys, they're the best one I've seen up here. So.
Yeah, and how long?
Probably 3 years. They're the best band I've seen come in here.
You come up here a lot?
Enough. I keep checking on the schedule to see what bands are playing. Yeah. So they're good.
You're checking out music.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care to go out unless I'm going to see a live music. So those guys, they're really good.
Yeah, since you're into live music.
And I'm not getting paid for this plug because I don't know any of them. But they're good. They're good, man. They really are.
Yeah, but you play any or anything?
Yeah, I do. I'm in a little garage band.
Everybody's got to start somewhere.
Yeah, can I give a shout out to them?
Oh, yeah.
Penny Draft. We'll be coming to see you soon. We're going to try to get here soon enough, yeah. I just have to wear a wig. They won't let my hair grow long, So anyway, but
So what you play?
Guitar.
Play guitar?
Yeah,
lead or back or?
Mostly lead.
Lead?
Yeah, I improv a lot. I'm We'll get a shirt made up that says I improv stuff. You know? So, but no, we have a good time, just have fun, get crowds dancing and stuff. That's what I like about these guys. Their song selection's awesome, and they get the crowd up there. You got to have that up-tempo stuff to keep it rolling.
Yeah, right?
And they're good. They're good.
They bring out a good vibe.
Heck yeah, they do.
Make people dance.
Oh yeah, they got a lot of people dancing. Good crowd. And they don't bring a lot of ugly people with them either. My wife.
That helps.
I am married.
Along with the sacrifice, there are great things that come along with it too. I mean, you know, I'm a
Chicks.
Yeah, chicks and other stuff. Yeah, the sex, drugs, and rock and roll and stuff. Yeah. But you know, there's a great feeling, you know, a sense that you get of coming up here and performing for people that come out and support you guys every week in, week out, you know, and that's a great feeling, and I think that, you know, there's always a double-edged sword to a lot of fame, fortune, and all that good stuff. So, another thing I was going to ask you guys, what other projects or things that you're doing outside of the band musically? Any of you guys are instructors, guitar?
He was a prolific songwriter.
Fantastic. Well, let's hear a little bit about that.
Well, to me, I mean, I'm like definitively a musician. I've been teaching for 17 years in music schools. So I've worked in about 4 schools over a period of 17 years, teaching guitar, teaching music, running band camps and things like that. I've been hired to do songwriting jobs and things on the side like that. I do write and record my own stuff for fun. And, I just try to keep my doors open. It's always music. So getting into a really good rock band, this is like a lot of fun. This is really where you get to kind of release energy and just have a great time. You know.
Yeah, right now the only band that that I think that any of us are in is this band. But we're, he teaches, like you said, he teaches, and I actually owned a live music venue for 7 years. The last 7 years, I owned a live music venue. So it's all about music. It's for me. Ever since I was, very young, it was either music or photography, and are the 2 things. And so music is just, I know Jason goes to concerts more than anyone I've ever seen in my life. And we were talking about it one night. We were saying, look at how much money he spent on music over the years. And I mean, I've got like literally in my my girlfriend will probably attest to this, but in my closet there are boxes of CDs from over the years, just all the CDs, all the money that I've spent on it. And I know a lot of you guys are the same way. It's just stupid. It's all about music. And to do this, I guess there are some guys that really don't. That they can play, so they do play. But there are other people, and I know a lot of them are in this band, that it's all about music. I mean, you can't do anything without music. I shower with my radio on. I can't shower without it, because I don't know what to do. I'm like, what do I watch now?
I'm right there with you. It's hard for me to function doing other things without having some sort of music or getting, having the tune on, or if there's no music around, then I'll just start singing my damn self.
Yeah, like Tom said, I go to a lot of concerts, man. And when I was like 12, my mom made the mistake and let me go see like Ozzy by myself. And dude, I just remember all the people going, Ozzy. I was like, wow! And I was like, I'm going to go see everybody live now. And that's been my mission my whole life. I'll go see like hippie bands like Fish. I'll see new bands like Coheed and Cambria. I'll go see jazz stuff, country stuff. It's just, I love live music because you can't fake it unless you're Britney Spears. And, then you really, you have to be good to pull it off live. So, to me, that's what it's all about. I love to see the people that can really play.
Brittany, we love you. Don't come after our show or anything.
Legal disclaimer. I'm excited that we're going to see Iron Maiden together. I've never seen them. Yeah. So live music is really a lot of it for all of us.
Dickinson, still one of the best.
Steve Harris, man.
One of the best things.
Steve Harris, one of the greatest bass players of all time.
Yeah, great.
Absolutely. I've done a lot of sound over the years. Obviously, a lot of sound gear we bring, and have a recording studio at home. Just always involved with music.
Same for me. Is involved in music. I like Nico. He's playing more professional musician. I probably learn by ear and just try to pick up everything I can.
And one of the last things, you know, talking to, this is the summer season and concerts. Is there anybody you guys are looking forward to seeing? We already know the Iron Maiden twins here are down to see who they're going to see this summer.
I haven't really, looked into anything yet, but, as for always, I'm always keeping my eye out for like a returning Def Leppard tour. And, I missed them last year in Raleigh, so, yeah.
Just kicked off the new tour last week.
Yeah, I know, and they're going through Charlotte, I think, so I'm going to have to drive far.
We have a show that night, you can't go, sorry.
So anyway, but it's something I keep an eye out for, but nothing really planned on it.
Yeah, and me, I'm definitely going to see the Kiss Motley Crue tour. The tour is what they're calling it. I've seen Kiss 12 times, so I'm not going to miss them now. You never know; these guys are like 80 or something now, so they might at any moment could be their last show.
I'm still amazed at how there's no cracks in the makeup for Kiss, but that was the great gimmick. They'll be 25 years old until they're put in the grave. So that, Gene, Paul, you guys that was a great idea you had back in the day.
Yeah, other than Iron Maiden, I'm going to go see Nickelback again this year. And a lot of people give them a hard time, but if you've never seen their live show, they have Pantera's Pyro Guy. And I'm talking fire and explosions that are just fantastic, man. So it's well worth that just to go see it.
In addition to Iron Maiden, me and my girl are going to go see Roger Waters, so I'm really excited about that. Two acts I've never seen live this year, so I'm really excited.
Well, Iron Maiden, thanks to Beverly. And Ken, he's not here though. And hopefully you see out Steve Vai, House of Blues.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve Vai, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys told me, because I shall be there. So, in any event, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to talk with me. This is a venue to sort of connect you with the fans that you have and maybe get you some new ones here. So, again, thank you for taking the time, and I appreciate it a lot. And we will we'll get you on TV and other access media. So, but that's going to be all for today. And so again, in closing, just like to say, all you watching the show tonight, go out, support your local music, watch the Raleigh Road Show, and together we can help keep our local bands and musicians show on the road. Thank you.
Hey, this is Wendy G with the Raleigh Road Show. We're out tonight supporting our local musicians, and we're hanging out with an awesome band called Rockzilla and their fans. And I got a couple of people here. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing great. Thank you.
Awesome. What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Nancy from Raleigh.
Chris from Garner.
Awesome. So have you seen the band before?
We've seen them. We've been following them for about 9 months.
Really?
Awesome. Really good. Really great band.
What do you like about the band?
The entertainment, the excitement.
Very entertaining.
Very good.
Good dance band, good vibe.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Tom's a great singer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you guys talking to us tonight. And you can check us out at RTN10 and Facebook.com. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, this is Randy and Wendy with the Raleigh Road Show, and here we have Mr. Nico, the lead guitar player for Rockzilla. He's putting on a great show for you here. I wanted to thank him personally for being instrumental, no pun intended, for putting together a lot of the music for the first season here. He's been a really great guy and nice to work with. Just, anything you'd like to say, Wendy, about Nico?
I think Nico is an awesome guitarist. The music he put together for the show sounds awesome. He's a local music instructor here in town. You can check him out online, but all of these guys are really talented musicians.
Yeah, we have a little more clip here of the whole band coming up, so check it out.
Hey, all you Roadshow fans. We've got Tom, Jay, Jason, and Nico here doing their thing. These guys really know how to rock it out and totally bring down the house. If you like rock and roll, this is your band. You need to come check them out. What do you think, Randy?
Yeah, I think Rockzilla really is the name for these guys. They play Bon Jovi, Ozzy, Cheap Trick, Rage Against the Machine, Sublime. They even do, pop songs as well. I think you saw earlier in the interview when I was talking with Tom and the guys, they have just a wide variety of music interest and things that they like to play for you all to get out and just enjoy yourself. I mean, that's part of being a band that comes out on the town and brings, enjoyment to everyone. And that's part of the reason that we're doing this show, is that so you all can at least see and hear and understand these guys and maybe be interested in coming to check them out sometime.
I agree. This has been one of my favorite bands. I've gone to see them several times. It's just a really, really good time.
Yeah, they just do a good show for you, and really, if you see them out, come up and say, hey, we saw you guys on the Raleigh Road Show. I'm sure they would really appreciate it. Very nice guys. So, hope you enjoyed this clip of Rockzilla.
Thanks for tuning in, you guys.